Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Cameron Mews, and I'm going to be giving a tutorial on how to make clean logos and clean thumbnails that are really simple. So we'll do the first one, we'll do logo tutorial, and then go to, I like to use 300 on the bottom for resolution, and then 800 by 800 for pixels. Alright, so you're going to want to press the shortcut G, and then just press X if you don't like the color, and you'll see that switch. Just press left click, and there you go, you got a white background. So when you do this, we'll name this one the background, and then you're going to want to double click, go to gradient, and then go to, here, make this a lighter gradient, make it like a light gray, dark gray kind of deal. So it's just a fade like that, and then you're going to press OK. From here, you're going to press reverse and then press radial, and you're going to scale this up until that, like these dark corners are out. And if it doesn't end up going all the way, then you can just do this, right click, rasterize, and then have a just plain white one, and then just have the opacity down to say 35 or so, and then you got that, and it's a nice little fade, or maybe a little bit lighter, 25, so you can still see the circle and stuff. So we'll go ahead and merge these two, press Command E or Control E, and you got a nice clean background. We'll name this background, and then you're going to want to lock this just so nothing gets moved out of the way. Excuse me. But the next part is creating a logo, so I'll do a C, just random shape C. And then you're going to right click, make selection, 0 for the pixels, and then press G again and make that the paint bucket. So you got a new layer like that, and then if you press Control or Command D, it gets rid of the outline. Okay, so we'll name this logo, and then from here I like to do this. I like to add an inner shadow, change the distance to 0, and then just change the size up to about 10. Probably 10 is the most I would go because it crowds everything else in the middle. Sorry about that. But on these simple ones, I like to use a white stroke and then a gradient overlay. So if you want to make it pop, do that. It's a common overlay that everyone uses, or a gradient overlay everyone uses. And then for this next part, you're going to want to change the distance to 0 for the drop shadow, and then just increase the size. So you can see that makes a little, probably a little bit less. Makes a nice little fade in the background below the logo, and that's kind of dope. So you're going to want to press Command J, turn off the effects, so you got a white logo. This will be the main logo. So you're going to press main, or type in main. That's what I do just to keep it organized. And lock this and turn it off just so you don't mess anything up on this one. And you're going to want to right click, rasterize, and now you just got a plain white one. From here, you're going to want to press enter, and then makes that selection, gets rid of it. Press Control or Command T to transform. Go up to here, type 99, and then press Tab and type 99 again. And then press return, and then return again. And then from here, so it's 99 now, press Command or Control, Shift, Alt, T, and it will slowly make a smaller layer. As you guys can see, it used to be up about here, and then it just went all the way down to here. So it just made a smaller set of logos below, and you're going to copy all of these, press Command or Control E to merge everything. So now you got one thick layer of C's, thick with 2 C's. And then you're going to change this color to black, and I named this the shadow. So this will be called logo shadow, and then I'm going to rasterize, and there you go. Okay, so from here from here you can change how the shadow looks. So you can move it out to here. I'm going to turn off snapping. Hold up. So you can basically move it wherever. You can have it like that. That looks kind of nice. And then you got a nice logo right there. So from here what I would do is I would group these two and name it logo contents. And so you can move everything as one. If you select this, you can move everything as one. Oh, it's locked. That's why. Or this is locked. So now you can move. Shit. So now you can move everything at once. I'll go ahead and undo those just so that it's back in the center. Or if you press enter, you press Command A or Control A. Command A. And then press this one and this one. And aligns it with the center of the page. And then press Control D or Command D on a Mac, because that's what I'm using to get rid of those selection lines. Okay, so from here I like to press Control T and then go to here, or actually no, go to File, Edit, or go to the very top, Edit, and then go down to Transform and then press Warp. But I don't think it will let me do that unless everything's, yeah. So I gotta merge everything, so just press Command E and then go to Transform and then Warp. And then I like to change this to make it like a little bit different, so it's not like the normal logo we just made. And it basically adds some pop to it, I guess. Makes it look a little different from all the logos out there. And then let's go ahead and move this up more. So there you go. You got a C. And then that's basically it for the logo side of things. So we will go ahead and create a new thing for the thumbnail tutorial. So we'll name this thumbnail. And obviously 1280 by 720, 300, and then there you go. So from here I'm going to paste in the image that I copied off the internet. Just find something pretty simple. So this will be called background, I guess, what's in the background. And then you can lock this. That's what I tend to do because I don't want it being moved around or anything. So for the top, I like to press B, get a pretty decent sized brush at the top, and then I press click once, twice, 3 times, and then go to blend mode, and then overlay. So it brightens up that whole top part, and then I like to press X so that it's a darker blend, and I like to make a sort of vignette kind of on it, and it makes this front side a little darker. And then what I do from here is I click out of that, so now it's already looking better. So what I like to do from here is add a rectangle. Just click right here and then press 1280 by 720. Obviously snap it. Hold up, let me move this. There you go. So now you got this, and then you want to change the rectangle stroke to, okay, wait, hold up. Press rectangle right here, and then click the top right, 1280 by 720, and then you can change the stroke size from this. I would keep it around like 3 to 5, so let's just do 5, and then make this white instead of black, or at least that's what I do, and then go to overlay, and then you can change the opacity so that it's less noticeable or more noticeable, it's up to you. So then you have a little border around it that everyone can see. And then from here you can add text. The common text is long shot, so let's just do thumbnail. Thumbnail. And let's go ahead and size this text down a little bit. Thumbnail. And then duplicate that. Duplicate this by pressing Command or Control J. Move it slightly below, and we'll size this down a little bit. No, not like that. Press Shift and drag right here so it all stays proportional. and then go to Command A or Control A after you press enter, and then align it. Same thing with this, but just align it horizontally. Ah shit, that's not what I wanted. Align it horizontally. And then you can obviously move this down. Actually, wait, hold up. Turn snapping on under view, and then press shift, and you can move it only along this axis right here. So you can move it down and it still stays centered, so right there would be fine. And then I like to add like a rectangle underneath that goes about like to the last two letters. And then I like to press Command A and then align it. Move it up by pressing shift. Give it a little reasonable distance, and then this is where I make the layer styles. So right here we will do the main thumbnail, stroke, white, gradient overlay, something like this, because everyone clicks videos like that. And then drop shadow, distance 0, increase the size. You can add a little fade in the background. You can add a little bit of an air shadow if you change the distance down, but keep it less than 5 pixels or so. Or 10 actually. Keep it less than 10, but I'll do it for 10 for right now just to show you the difference. You can change it to black, but I think white makes this whole thing pop out more, so leave it like that. Press right click, copy layer style, paste into this one too. You can add something like that, or paste into this one. Got something there, and then paste into this one. And you got there, and this will be called tutorial. I don't know why I always do that. Tutorial. And there you go, you got a nice little clean thumbnail. Press Control D, deselects everything, and then you got a nice little clean thumbnail. So now I'm going to change, or show you guys the export settings for logos and thumbnails. So you're going to want to go to here, go to JPEG, and then name it whatever. So let's name it thumbnail. And then if you want maximum quality, keep it like that. And then it should export to wherever you chose to export it. So from here you're going to want to okay, first of all, it's going to show up on your dash or your desktop, and then you're going to right click, and sometimes it exports more than what it says. So this one's a small size, so that's pretty good. But sometimes you can only upload a 2 megabyte photo, and sometimes if you add a lot of stuff to it, it turns into too much. So from here, if you're on a Mac, you're going to want to press Command Shift 4. So it's basically like a Gyazo, and you just basically drag and click to the very ends of that, and it just makes a screenshot. It's the exact same thing, same quality, but it's literally probably half the size of what it was before. Yeah, it's 1.5. So, but it changes to PNGs, so just letting you know there. But this would be the best render setting though. For some reason it increased on this one, but that's basically how you do it. And then sometimes it cuts basically half of it off, so if this wasn't in JPEG it would be a lot bigger, but you just leave it like that, and then you basically upload it from there, and that's basically it, guys. If you guys did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Cameron or Mews, and I will see you guys in a later video. Peace out.